you're not. That's okay. All right, everybody, thanks for your time this evening. I appreciate you taking 35 minutes out of your evening today. When we have people brand new start as reps or TSAs, and we'll do this with your team as well, we like to do a pre-launch strategy call. It's part of Holton Bug's flight deck training. So we like to stick exactly to his training since he's made $1 billion in the industry. And Tai Star is a good friend of mine, and he's also my sponsor in iBuumerang. And we go back about 10 years, and he lives in Oregon. He's got a beautiful wife and children out there in Zeus. And he's been in the industry over 20 years. So he's extremely gifted and very professional and well articulated, and he's a great mentor and a trainer in this industry. It's a blessing to have him. He's actually been a master distributor for another company in the past, and so I'm just super grateful that I get to work with him here. So I'm actually going to pass the baton over to Tai. He's going to go over, you can explain to them what it is, but we'll do this for your team when they start coming in. Yeah. And when it starts to pick up in things, we'll just probably do them weekly or bi-weekly. We're not going to do them every day when somebody comes in. But yeah, okay, I'm going to pass it over to you, Tai.
Cool. Thank you, Lisa. You can hear me okay? You can see me okay?
Yep.
Cool. Welcome, Tiffany.
Thank you.
And I thought I saw Donna on here. Was Donna here too?
No, I didn't invite her.
Oh, I thought I saw her. I thought I saw her thing, but maybe.
Oh. But both David and Craig are both from Ohio.
Okay, cool. Hey, David, Craig. We haven't met. I know I friended David, so on Facebook. So I don't think I friended Craig. So I like to kind of get to know the team, and you guys are at the very, 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 very beginning. I don't know if any of you were on the earlier training call with Mike Healy on the process of how to close, and that was a really good training. It's really the nuts and bolts of, how to. He doesn't close, but he teaches the process of basically how to build your team, and that recruiting is a process, it's not an event. And so he really went way back. I mean, the training that I used to get back in the 90s. So it was really good training. If you haven't seen it, please definitely see it. But what I want to do, because we want to keep this about 30 minutes, is this is basically your pre-flight launch call. And so all of you, if you haven't done so already, need to go into the boomgear.com website and order yourself this 18-month calendar. This is the exact same calendar that Holton Bugs, this assistant, basically lays out the entire system step by step to make as much as you want to make, basically. And it's an 18-month system that between now and 18 months, you should be in a whole nother zip code. And as long as you follow it, this is the exact same system. If you know Holton Bug's background, in a 10-year period, he holds the record to be, to earn the most amount with a single position within one company, which I believe he earned well over $100 million in one company, generating up close to about $3 billion selling healthy coffee. Healthy coffee, okay?
Yeah, with 35 volume.
$35 per
35 volume, by the way.
Yeah, $35, $39 per customer. And but they all follow the system. It really doesn't matter if you're a great recruiter. It doesn't matter if you're a great customer getter. You have to be you have to be a person that can, basically follow a system, and everybody else follows a system. That was his secret, is everybody was on the same page rather than having everybody kind of doing their own thing, which will create some success. But if everybody's kind of doing the same thing, you don't have that continuity and that flow. And plus, you're not able to coach really well with your people, because if you're trying to follow people, you basically want them to get their calendar out and say, okay, show me your calendar. What's going on this week? What's going on this month? And if they don't have anything going on, then you can kind of help correct them and kind of coach them on to get them back on track. So it's $25 in the Boom Gear store. You just want to go in there, type in flight, and then you'll find it's $25. Plus, there's other cool things there. So again, I have so much to share with you guys, but I promised Lisa to keep this real short. Okay. So most of you, I believe, I have a copy, a digital copy of just the first month. It's like the first 16 pages of this. So if you do want it, get back to Lisa and she can forward you the digital copy of this so you can print it out yourself, just so you have at least the first month and all the pages next to it, because all this stuff is really important when you kind of go through all the steps, okay? But the main thing is we want to do a launch call, preferably. This is how it should be launched. It's like Lisa did her launch call about 3 weeks ago. Some of you may have seen her Facebook Lives where she was inviting people. We had approximately about a dozen people on that call, and that's what launched her business, okay? And now she already made the first leadership rank within the company on her way to making Sapphire by next month. So, and that's what it's going to take for everybody else. Rather than you or us talking to, say, individual people, we can actually talk to, say, a small group of people of 5 to 10 people on a Zoom call like this, where after they've seen the initial presentation, whether it be through an iDecide or through maybe Mike Healy's 10-minute or 11-minute overview call, which is really good, then you invite them to a night that we would pre-scheduled onto a Zoom call like this, where we can kind of do a Q&A for about 15 to 30 minutes, answering questions. Again, those are for people that once they've seen the presentation, okay, rather than you answering questions, you invite them to a Zoom call, or it could be a conference call if you want to do that, not a problem. So the first few steps, I'm not going to go into, a lot of you know, you want to know what your why. You want to know why you're doing this business and what your end goal is, okay, because that's super important. But the main thing you want to get started on is building your list, okay? In step 2, it says build a list of 50 opportunity seekers, meaning people that maybe you know that have some influence, maybe have some experience, or you think they're business builders. You want to have a list of 50 people. Do not call or reach out to anybody until you have this list done, okay? Super important. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. And then you want to make a list of 50 travel saving seekers. That's what it says, travel saving seekers, yeah. So people that you know that like to travel, they may not be a producer or be interested in the business. Again, we don't want to prejudge, but what we want to do is basically give out 10 active boomerang codes or activation codes. They call it boomerangs, iBuumerangs, and we want to send out 10 iDecides within the next 10 days. So it's called 10, 10, 10. 10 active, you want to send out 10 boomerangs to people who you believe would love to have the savings of the travel portal. And then you want to send out 10 iDecides within 10 days. Now, to me, that's really slow. If you want to, that's just me. 10 days to send out 10 boomerangs, I don't know. You should be able to do that in one day. But that's Holton's system, so that way it's easy for everybody. But if you want to build it fast, you want to take that list of 50 opportunity seekers. Now, you, I, and Lisa would come up with a date that you want to have your opportunity, you want to have your business launch. Right now, you're all in the business, but none of you have really launched your business, okay? Just because you bought a health club membership doesn't mean obviously you're not gonna get in shape overnight, right? You gotta follow, you have to have a system, you have to have a personal training, we have to launch your business. So we wanna launch your business right, and we wanna build it with momentum. So with that 50 initial people, you wanna contact those 50 people all within 24 to 48 hours. We want to, first of all, make your date. Let's say today's Thursday and your launch call date is on Monday, okay? So maybe on Saturday, okay, 2 days prior to the Monday launch call, you're going to reach out to all 50 people, okay? All 50 people as fast as you can. This is how the big earners do this, okay? They don't just talk to 2 people today, 2 people tomorrow. They don't mess around. You should be able to contact 50 people fast. I mean, honestly, it takes about an hour. And here's how you do it. I teach a 7-step system to contact people the right way. So you're not wasting anybody's time, nor are you chasing anybody. The first step is to connect with people. Most everybody here has a Facebook page. You have well more. You have access. That's your list, okay? You have tons of people, but you want to narrow it down to 50, okay? So the first step is to connect. You've already connected. The second step is to communicate. Who's willing to communicate with you right now? So what I would do, if you have all list of people, you have their phone numbers or their Facebook profile, is you want to contact each one of them and say, hey, Lisa, do you have a quick second? Hey, Craig, do you have a quick second? Hey, Dave, do you have a quick second? Hey, Donna, do you have a quick second? Hey, Tiffany, do you have a quick second? And you do that to all 50 people as fast as you can. Okay, don't wait for each individual person to say, You know, you don't wait. Don't send a hey Donna, do you have a quick 30 seconds, and then just wait for a response. You want to go through all 50 as soon as possible. If that's through text, if that's through private message, that's the best way to do it, is through text or private message. And you're just copy and pasting, just changing the first name, obviously, right? And you want to do that as soon as possible. That's step 2. Who is willing to communicate with you? Who is willing to communicate with you right now? Some, I'll be out of those 50 people, you may only have 10 to 15 that'll say like, yeah, what's going on? Okay. The other people might be with their family, might be at the dinner, might be doing some other things. They'll contact you later. You want to see who's willing to communicate with you right now. Does everybody understand that? Raise your hand if you understand that. Cool. Okay. Super important. Now, step 3 is to qualify. Now, these 50 people should be people that you have somewhat, you're already kind of in communication with them already. If you haven't talked to these people for a while, you need to kind of build a little bit of rapport. Obviously, like, hey, it's been a while. What's going on? How you doing? And then you want to basically qualify them. Step 3 is to qualify. The qualification question is the power question that you want to master. It's super simple. Basically, you want to be able to say, listen, I'm on to one of the biggest projects of my 20-year marketing career or 30-year marketing career or business career, whatever you want to call it, okay? Launching a new technology. Let me ask you a quick question. When it comes to making money, do you keep your options open, or are you married to whatever it is you're currently doing? Yes or no? Now, you're doing this by text, but more effectively, it's cool if you do it by phone or on your, on Facebook. You can record a message through private messenger and you say it that way because they can hear your voice. Okay. Everybody follow me so far?
Yep.
We're going from step 2, which is they raise their hand saying, yeah, what's going on? That step 2 is who's willing to communicate with you. Step 3 is to qualify. So out of that 10 to 15 people that reply back to you, again, this is going to happen really fast because people are going to reply back to you saying, yeah, what's going on, Donna? Yeah, what's going on, Tiffany? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on? Now, if you don't have a Facebook profile, you want to give them a call immediately and say, hey, listen, let me give you, I got to be really quick because you're getting other text messages coming back to you, okay? So that's why the urgency and the excitement, it's built in because you got so many people calling you. You want that, okay? So when you ask them the qualifying question or the power question, it should be through voice, okay? Now, you can do all of this on Facebook. So on Facebook, when they reply back to you, you basically, again, you press the record button on the private messenger that you're communicating with and say, hey, Tiffany, thanks for your time. Real quick business question. I'm on to one of the biggest projects in my entire career. I'm launching an app with some other marketing people, some very successful people. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to making money, are you at all open to a side income hustle? See, I'm changing a little bit, to a side income hustle, or are you married to what you're currently doing? Yes or no? Now, I'm recording this, and if y'all want the recording of this, I'll send it to you guys. So, and I'll put it on YouTube and put it private, but you guys will have access to it. When it comes to making money, are you at all open to making some extra cash flow, or are you married to what you're currently doing? See, I can change the wording. It's not necessarily the words that matter. It's my excitement over the phone or through private messenger. That is the most important thing. Energy. Okay, makes sense? You follow me, Lisa, right? You're my.
Can we touch on energy for a second?
Yeah, go for it. You want to talk?
Sure, just for a second.
Go for it.
You guys, energy and posture is so important. Like, if you don't fully believe and grasp what you have in front of you right now, like, just hang on to borrow my belief or Ty's belief until you get there. Because, it's very exciting. So let me go back to energy. What he brought up was so powerful. What you don't want to do is get on the phone and be like, hey, guess what? There's something that I stumbled upon, and can you check it out for me? You want to have your energy level exude confidence and posture when you're talking to people. That's so important. Like, you want to come off like you are very much in alignment and excited about what you're a part of. That is going to show through your energy. And of course, Tiffany knows all about this. And so it's important to just be authentic to yourself and be you, of course. Be you, because people that know you. You don't want to sound scripted. You don't want to sound like Ty. You don't want to sound like myself. But the main thing is to show some posture and excitement and confidence when you are introducing the company to somebody, whether it's just a customer and not just, because customers are this is a customer acquisition play, but whether it's a customer or a representative. So you just really want to, like Ty's posture is tonight, just kind of, even though that may not be part of your personality, there's a part of you that can lean into that a little bit more, right, than what you're already doing. So you don't have to be a Ty right now. I'm not saying that, just to clarify. And I just want you to be you and just kind of just be mindful about where your energy is at when you're talking to people, and make sure that you're strong and confident and you speak with conviction, because that's what's going to have people listen. If you reach out to somebody with very low conviction or confidence, they're not going to take you seriously. Okay, back to you, Ty.
Yeah, and again, you come from experience. I mean, you've sponsored so far, what, about 8 people in the last 3 weeks? Something like that?
From bed.
Yeah, from bed.
I've been sick the whole time. I've been sick the whole time, everybody. So
being sick.
It's a bed-based business.
It's a bed-based business, yes. So what we want to avoid is you setting an I decide, because I've had some people initially do this where they'll send the I decide without qualifying the people on that list. They'll just assume they're going to get it. But it's really irritating to receive something, even from a friend, and you didn't ask for it. Okay? So you will never feel rejection if you follow this exact method, because we don't want to waste people's time. So when they answer yes to that question or no to that question, you've got what you wanted. You got an answer, because that's what all you're looking for. Who's going to graduate from step 3 to step 4? That's all you care about. Step 4 is the invite. So step 3 was the qualification question, asking the power question. Again, whatever you got to do prior to making calls or texts, listen to some uplifting music or whatever it is, just get in that mode and set a timer, for 60 minutes to try to get through all 50. Just challenge yourself. Just have fun with it. That's the main thing, is to have fun with it. Just be fun. Yeah. If you want to set a time with me or Lisa, they're saying, hey, I want to do my power calls. Can you be on standby? I just want to be, we'll be there with you while you do it if you want. Whatever it takes is so crucial, because how you start is everything. Okay. So step 4 is to invite. It is the invite. Okay. So we qualified them. If they said no, you say, appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. We'll catch up later. I got something I think you'll really like. I got a free product I think you're going to really like. And you'll come back to them, maybe offer them on a boomerang to get discount, on travel. You can come back to them later. Right now, we're not doing travel. We're just seeing who's open to the opportunity. Okay. So step 4 is invite. So if they said yes, okay, then the next question is, great. If I was to send you some information right now, would you be able to look at it right away? If I was to send you some quick information now, would you be able to look at it right away? If they say yes, that's when you send them the I decide. That's when you send them the 11-minute presentation that Mike Healy did, that probably some of you saw, that got you into this right now. Okay? Doesn't matter what the presentation is. I like the short ones, but it's whatever you vibe with that you like the most. Choose it. That's what you use. Some people use I decides, which are great. There's 15 to 20 minutes long, depending on how much they interact with it. Some people do 11-minute call with Mike, because it shows everything, and he speaks everything about the opportunity in 11 minutes. Plus, he shows the iGo website and how it works, everything. Okay. So if you were, so you tell them, okay, great. If I was to send you some information right now, would you be able to look at it right away? Now, they're going to respond back saying either yes, or they're going to say, well, maybe it won't be till later tonight. Great. Look, I'll send it to you right now. I'll follow up, tonight. Whenever they said they will take a look at it, you follow up. If they can look at it right now, because by the way, if it's an I decide, you're going to get an alert that they started watching it, right? They don't know that you got an alert, but you'll get an alert that when they start watching the presentation, you know that they're starting. And then in about 15 to 20 minutes, they'll be done. So that's when I would follow up with them, because I said I would, because they said that they'll be able to look at it right away. If they said that. If they said, yes, I can look at it right away. Okay? So step 1, connect. Step 2, who's willing to communicate? Hey, do you have a quick 30 seconds? Got a quick question for you. Do that to all 50 people. Step 3, qualify the people who raise their hand saying, yeah, what's going on, right? Step 4 is to invite. Step 5 is the presentation. By no means are you ever in your entire network marketing career ever going to present. Never. You never. Unless you're now one of the leaders who doing the iBuumerang live Facebook, lives that they do every single day, like what Tommy and Mike are doing. But to your people, you are not to talk about the business. You are not to explain the business. That's a big no-no. Because even if you're a smooth talker, right? You're just smooth. You can present. You have a great background in speaking, and you convince them. They're going to be thinking that they got to do the exact same thing, and they got to study how you did it, right? We want to be the messenger, not the message. So that's why you always want to send them to a third-party presentation, like an iDecide or a 11-minute video or something like that. It's got to be third-party. Step 6 is follow-up. Step 6 is follow-up. So I'll go. Okay, Lisa, play with me. So I will get on with Lisa. I say, hey, Lisa, Ty, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, real quick. Hey, I told you I was getting back to you really quick. Did you get a chance to check out the video?
I did.
Awesome. So was it the worst thing you've ever seen, or would you like to move forward and get more information?
You know what? I was really impressed with the interactive marketing piece, and I definitely like some more information.
Oh, you know what? You're saying the exact same thing I was thinking when I first saw it. Let me do this, because I got another call I got to get on, is we have a private secret Facebook group that has more information, more in depth, that I would like to invite you to. And then I'm going to tag you onto a presentation that's a little bit longer, but it should answer about 100% of your questions. Would that be okay if I add you?
Yes, perfect.
Excellent. Let me just do that, and I'll just tag you to a video that I think you'll find very revealing on the insides of what's going on with the company and the technology. And then we can chat a little bit later, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. So that's number 6 is follow-up. Was it the worst thing you've ever seen? Now, that's just the way I do it, because obviously it's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but I'm guiding them, okay? Okay? Was it the worst thing you've ever seen, Donna, or would you like to move forward to get more information? Now, just understand this. You're never going to close people on the first video or the first exposure. Especially if you went through the Mike Healy's training earlier today. Recruiting is a process. It's dating. It's just dating, man. It's just dating. When you date somebody, you barely even hold hands on the first date, right? You're just checking each other out. So with this, it's just they know you, they trust you, but they're trying to figure out what this whole thing is. They're excited about what they saw. They're excited because you're excited, but now they want to know, what is this all about? Would they want to be a part of this membership? So you want to make it as pleasant and as clear and as clean as possible. So the way I did it with Lisa, she got a text from me that said, hey, do you have a quick second? Okay. She said she did. I gave her a call, or I instant messaged her a voice message saying, hey, listen, thank you for your time. I got a quick question for you. I'm on to one of the biggest projects of my entire marketing or business career. When it comes to making money, Lisa, are you at all open to a side project, or are you just totally bogged down and married to what you're currently doing? Yes or no? Okay, she heard that. She said yes. I said, great. If I sent you your information right now, or how soon would you be able to take, or would you be able to look at it right away? She says, sure, I can look at it right away. She looks at it. Okay, again, this is a perfect scenario. She looks at it. I follow up within 20 minutes. She answers the phone. Why is she answering the phone? Because I'm being very quick. I'm just being very, very quick. She's feeling the wind. She's feeling something going on. Okay, she's feeling the energy. And I say, hey, listen, was it the worst thing you've ever seen? Or would you like to move forward and get more information? No, yeah, it looks really interesting. I really like the interaction. That was pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that before. You're gonna get a lot of that. Okay, great. Hey, listen, we have a secret private group that has tons more information in there, that has videos that will basically answer most all your questions and give you kind of the inside scoop of what the product and what the company's all about. Is it okay if I add you to that group? Yeah, that'd be great. And it's not, I mean, you want to definitely make sure that they know they're going to be added. Sometimes I don't even ask them. I say, listen, I'm just going to go ahead and add you to this group. I'm going to tag it to a video, and I'll answer all your questions. So my personality is, I don't ask. I just let them know that I'm going to add them. If they tell me like, oh, no, I want to add, which is never going to happen, but there's like, no, I don't want to be added to the group. Because if they said they wanted to move forward to get more information, of course, they're going to want to follow whatever process you say they need to go through to get more information, because they just told you they want more information, right? Again, this is rejection free as you're going through this whole process. I'm showing them the exit. If they want to say like, no, I don't travel at all, I'm a monk, I'm a nun, whatever. I mean, then hey, bless them. Thank you for your time, right? You go on to the other 49 people. Okay. So go ahead.
Can we clarify the 2 videos that we tag them on when people
Sure.
are interested? You want to
Yeah.
clarify which 2 those are?
There's the 11-minute video. So when you go into the 5-star business group, which is the private secret group, and hopefully everybody's in that group, there is 2 presentations. Well, there's 3 main presentations. There's one that Holton Bugs does that's in there. Are you talking about the initial?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
tag people on the 11-minute Mike Healy and Holton Bugs really long one, the Vegas one.
So feel free to use both.
Yeah, that's what I do. Watch
Why
this
not?
first, watch this second. Kind of what I did to David and Tiffany and Craig. You'll see it when you're online again. But yeah, just kind of duplicate what I did to
And
you.
here's another thing too I've been experimenting with. And if you feel confident in this, when you ask them the qualifying question, hey Donna or hey Lisa, when it comes to making money, are you at all open to a side income project, or are you married to what you're currently doing? Yes or no? And they say yes. Say, listen, I want to add you to a private secret group of other professionals that we're working on a project. I'm going to tag you in a video that'll go over our project. I think it'll blow your mind. How soon can you take a look at it? Or if I was to tag you into it, how soon could you take a look at it? Because that way you can skip a step. Instead of sending them a video or an iDecide, and then if they liked it, then add them to the group. If they say yes to being open, you can also just add them to the group immediately, and then tag them to the 11-minute video and text them or private message them the iDecide link. So that's something you can do as well. Is anybody lost at this point? Again, this is recorded, so I'm going to send it to everybody that's on here.
Well, you did a great job repeating yourself. In teaching, we repeat ourselves so we remember, and I love you did that a little bit today, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because it just sinks in a little bit more.
Yeah, and I actually have a PDF file that actually has all the text, all the 7 steps, all written out. If you just follow it, maybe use this video, because this is the only way I train when it comes to effectively communicating with people. When it comes to prospecting. Step 7 is overcoming objections or handling objections. And really, if they're in the 5-star business group, the follow-up and the overcoming of objections should almost happen within that group. Now, 3-way calls are super important. So one of the things that you can add on is instead of schedule a 3-way call. So if I'm on a call with Lisa and you're just checking in, you make sure she got to see the video in the 5-star business group. You're just calling to see, hey, did you get a chance to get more details on that hour-long presentation? If she says, yes, I did, it was great. I said, okay, I'm sure did you have any more questions? And she says, I do got a couple of questions. What about, like, are you just limited to the 25 or the 50 boomerangs? Like, how does that work? Like, can you get more boomerangs? How does that work? Now, resist the temptation to answer any questions. Everybody I know here, especially Lisa, I know Donna, I know Tiffany, you guys are very smart people, and you want to seem like you're smart, like you know what's going on, like you are the expert. Resist the temptation in this kind of business to be the expert. If Lisa was to come to me and say, Ty, I had a question about the boomerangs. Like, so I'm thinking about the coach, but it says 10 boomerangs, and I know a lot of people that probably want to take advantage of the thing. How do you get more boomerangs? So what would be the proper response? Do you basically answer a question? Oh no, we have promotions. You can buy more boomerangs. There's all kind of ways to get more boomerangs. Again, it's very hard for me as well to answer the questions. What you want to do is do a 3-way call. So if Lisa was to say, it doesn't matter what the question is. Doesn't matter if you can answer the question. You basically want to say, you know what, Lisa, that's a great question. Can I put you on hold? Yeah, sure. So Lisa, go ahead and ask me a question.
What is the $99 a month for? The $99 subscription fee.
Oh, yeah. I had that same question. Hey, can I put you on hold real quick?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Now, Mike Healy, who is my sponsor, already knows that I'm doing my 1-hour power hour where I'm making phone calls. He already knows. I'm already giving him ahead of time that I might have some 3-way calls if I need to, okay? Or Tommy Johnson. because that's his sponsor. So I'll get a hold of Mike. Mike sees my name on caller ID, and he picks up the phone and say, "Hey, what's up, Ty?" I say, "Hey, I have Lisa on the other line. She has a question. She's seen the presentation. She's in the 5-star business group. She had a question about the $99. She does have some big business experience. Is it okay if you can take 5 minutes to be on the call? If I flip you over and answer those questions?" Sure, great. Connected to. "Hey, Lisa, are you there?" "Yes." Great. "Hey, listen, I'm fortunate enough to get a hold of Mike Healy. He was actually in that 11-minute video. And Lisa, this is Mr. Healy." And we go, this is how Holton trains. We want to go by we want to call him Mr. Healy or Mr. Johnson, Mr. Star, Miss Rimas. We want to go by last name. We want to show respect. And she had questions about the $99 subscription. Do you mind taking a quick second to explain that to her? And maybe she might have some other questions. "Lisa, this is Mr. Healy. Mr. Healy, this is Lisa Rimas."
Hi, Mike.
And then you just put yourself on mute. Let Mike do his magic. Mike's gonna answer questions, basically find a little bit more about them, find a way to connect with them, and don't expect them necessarily to close. It's not for that. It's for them to, again, we're dating here. We're dating. So they're just getting a feel of the kind of support that she would also get, or he or she would also get through this whole process. Okay? Because in the back of their mind, they're thinking, does this work? Can I do this? Does this work? Can I do this? If there's anything that you're doing that seems really like you're super skilled or you're super slick, the more the delay of them making the decision to get involved. Because we're all busy. I'm a mortgage banker. That's my Clark Kent job. My Superman job is doing iBuumerang. So I don't have a lot of time to be an expert necessarily. But you don't either. You want the system to do the work for you. Okay. So again, step 1 is to connect, which you all have a list. You all have a friends, family. You're all got Facebook friends. You probably are already connected. Step 2 is to communicate. Who is willing to communicate? "Hey, do you have a quick 30 seconds? I have a quick question for you." And again, those are people that you've been at least in communication with in the last 6 months. If you have not been in communication with those people in the last 6 months, it's kind of odd for you to get a text for somebody that you haven't talked to about a year. Okay, so you want to kind of pre-build before they go on that list. Step 3 is to qualify. "Hey, listen, I'm on one of the biggest projects in my entire life. I am super excited. When it comes to making money, Lisa, are you at all open to a side income hustle, or are you kind of married to what you're currently doing? Yes or no?" No? Okay. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later. I found this a great way to pay less for travel. I'll talk to you later about it. It's super cool. It's free. I'll talk to you later about it. Have a great, whatever. Gone, right? Bless them. Gone, right? If they say yes, great. If I was to send you some information, are you able to look at it right away? If they say yes, or if they say, well, not till tomorrow morning, great, no problem. Let me send it to you right now. When you get that alert that they watched it, count 20 minutes. Count 20 minutes after they start watching it. Give them a call or send them a voice text to say, "Hey, did you get a chance to look at the video?" Because again, they don't know that you're getting alerts. They don't know that the iDecide has that ability, right? Step 5 was the presentation. Step 6 is follow-up. Was it the worst thing you've ever seen? Or did you want to move forward and get more information? Want to move forward and get information? Great. Let me add you to our secret, private, super duper Facebook group. Let me add you to a video that has all the information that's going to help answer most all your questions. Is it okay if I add you to that? Great. Let me do that. I'm going to tag you on the video, and I think you're going to be blown away. Great. Boom. And then step 6 is the follow-up. Which the system, if the reason why the 5-star business group is super powerful, because every time Mike Healy or Liz Pivito or anybody in that group is putting in testimonials, welcomes, congratulations, interviews, things like that, every time your people that are plugged in there, that are valuing the business, and it's 11 o'clock at night, they're not doing anything, they're on Facebook, they're going to see on their Facebook wall because they're plugged into the group. So any new postings, they're getting exposure right there. The average person needs to be exposed 7 to 12 times before they feel comfortable to actually take action. Okay, so either you can call them 7 to 12 times and say, "Hey, how you doing? Do you need more information?" Or allow Facebook and the group to naturally, organically follow up based on the postings, based on the new information that's in the 5-star business group. Does that make sense? So everybody is like a kernel of popcorn. The 5-star business group is the skillet. The heat is the actual new information that's being added almost on a daily basis from Mike or whoever in there. So people are going to pop whenever they're ready. It could be in 24 hours. It could be in 7 days. It could be in a month. It could be 3 months. That's not your job, is to figure out when that kernel is going to pop into a popcorn. Your job is to put as many kernels in the 5-star business group or the skillet and allow nature, allow follow-up, allow the process to figure out when they're going to pop. Okay? Lisa has a ton of kernels in that 5-star business group, right? And she's just, someone's like, well, I thought that was going to pop. I thought it was going to pop yesterday, but it didn't pop yet. Okay. But then they popped like a week later or whatever, right? They got in a coach, business, first class. Again, that's not your business when they get involved. Your business is to expose, Adam, and then allow the system to do the follow-up for you. That will just make your life so much simpler. If you can build a list of, if you put 25 to 50 kernels in that business group in there, 100, you're going to be recruiting a person almost every day. Eventually, you just got to feel that group. Make sense?
Yeah,
that's my training, Lisa.
that's the best analogy. You're awesome, right on time. And be patient. As everybody, not everybody, like Ty said, joins right away. Some people really do their due diligence and take a couple weeks. Some people, need like 5, 6, 7 touches, or, some people just get it right away and dive in. So don't just let like Ty said, just put the popcorn in the skillet and just let it pop when they're ready to pop.
Yeah, and then you want to stay, and then you want to stay, and then you want to stay engaged with those people. So private message them every once in a while, saying, "Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great Monday." You stay in contact with them, but don't talk about the business. Don't after you add them to the group, you really don't need to talk to them about anything because the group is doing all the follow for you. Okay. Now, another strategy you can do is maybe 2, 3, 4 days later after you've been added, you might want to say, hey, listen, by the way, a lot of people have found to really understand the product is to use the product. If you want, I can send you a code that you can activate so you can kind of see it from a customer standpoint, the process of being a customer and the discounts that you'll experience. Would that help you? Cool. Let me send you a boomerang and you can activate it and you kind of see how it works. Or I can do a live demo. We can do a Zoom call like this, just you and I can show you the I can show you the iGo site. It's just all give. That's all you want to do.
So let's create space for questions. How do you guys feel? Do you have any questions? I guess raise your hand. You're all on mute right now. So if you have any questions, we'll have to unmute you. But I guess give me a thumbs up if you're good.
You guys
David,
you guys are close.
What, David?
Ty's really good.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? No, both of you guys explain everything really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Excellent.
Awesome. And then after you guys launch, okay, after you launch, I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Dave. You got a lot of background for some reason, bud. Okay. And then after you launch your initial 50, okay, so let's say your call is going to be on Monday. So you want to start your phone calls, your reach outs on a Saturday. Because if you reach out to 50 people on Saturday, and you should have enough where you'll be able to invite at least 5 to 8 people on that Monday night call. That's your launch call. So 50, eventually get a hold of 25. You'll get a hold of 15 that's seen the IDESI presentation, and then you'll have 5 to 8 that will be on the Zoom call, at least on that initial one. Then we can set a launch call a week later. So you will be my Monday person for the next 3 weeks, where we'll set up a launch call for the next 3 Mondays at that appointed time to get other people who could not go through the system yet. And then eventually they want to be on, your launch call on the following Monday or the next Monday or the next Monday, okay? But still add them to the group, okay? And then after that, your career in this business is to continue to connect with new people all the time. adding 5 to 10 people minimum a day. Let me just be real with you. Leaders go after 50 to 100 people a day. And I'm not talking about talking to 100 people a day. I'm talking about adding friend requests per day. If you want to make decent money in this business, you got to add at least friend requests 10 to 20 a day. Big time leaders, they do 50 to 100 minimum a day because it's just numbers. You friend request 100, maybe only 30 accept it, 20 accept it that day. And then you just develop a rapport, right? Develop a rapport with them. You get to know the new connection with it. And hopefully the reason why you connected is because you belong to the same groups or you have the same likes or interests. You want to join groups that you have an affiliation with. I have a new Rottweiler puppy, so I might join a Rottweiler group. You know, if you're in the Harley Davidsons, you join a Harley Davidson group. If you're a network marketer, you want to join network marketing groups. You just join different groups, and then for those people that seem like they got a good vibe, you want to add them. Just keep adding people. LinkedIn is a gold mine for business people. Find me on LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, because that's a different, Facebook, and I'm sorry, Lisa, I know we're going over, but Facebook is a party. It's a social party. You don't really want to come out too businessy, like you're always selling something on Facebook, because it's like you being invited to a party and you got a trench coat and you got all kind of things to sell. Nobody's going to like that because Facebook is more social. LinkedIn is business. People are there either to find opportunities or to create opportunities, okay? So if you start connecting people on LinkedIn, people that are like myself, who are mortgage brokers, insurance people, real estate people, people that already have businesses. Because imagine people that already have businesses, that means they already have customers. We're always looking for things to give our client base, like a free membership to a wholesale travel booking site. So I have hundreds of customers in my mortgage business. So it was easy for me to go to them and say, hey, by the way, I haven't talked to you. I know, how's your home going? How's that new home that you got in 6 months ago? Hey, listen, by the way, I made a partnership with a tech company that deals with travel and other technologies. And I'm able to give away free lifetime activation codes to any of my customers. Would you like one?
Oh, I like that. I'm so glad this is recorded, because you know what, Ty always comes up with these brilliant things off the top of his head, and then when I ask him to repeat it, it's gone. So I'm so glad it's recorded.
But if you go after people that already have customer base, why not? Coaches, chiropractors, any business person, they already have customers, and they would be totally open to another passive income stream. You know? So I see Craig raise his hand. Go ahead, man. Can you hear? I can't hear you, Craig, if you're trying to talk. You're not muted though.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
He's not muted, but
You want to use the chat? Can you find the chat function? You could type in your question or whatever you have to say. Or Craig, if it doesn't work, you can just reach out to me.
yeah.
Oh, here he goes.
Where do you get the column day?
Calendar, you mean?
Oh, calendar.
I think you meant calendar. Yeah, calendar.
Yeah. So you want to go to boomgear.com, BUUM gear.com. Type in flight in the search field, because there's about 65 items in there. So instead of scrolling through each page, just type in flight into the search field on a website, and then you'll see a Spanish version and an English version of the calendar. Eventually, there is a part 1 training on the calendar on the iBoom Hub website. And by the way, really quick, if I can, really quick, if I can, I'm going to share my screen really quick. So most all questions that you guys have is going to be stemmed from the iBoomHub.com website. What's going on? What's the current promotion? What events are happening? Trainings of pretty much everything. If you haven't been through the new ambassador orientation, I highly recommend that you go through it. You guys, if you've recently got involved, you should have hopefully got an automated email from the Prib, directing you to all of these trainings. Resources is super important to know where to go. So a lot of people ask me questions. I try not to answer them. I just go to the FAQ section. I type in a keyword that has to do with the question. And then I find the answer, and then I copy and paste the URL to that person. That way they're learning and getting the answer at the same time as to where to get their, the information. All news and updates is right here. So this is where you guys, any information, first go, if you have any questions, first go to iBoomHub.com, look around, see where everything is at. And then if you can't find it there, then, get a hold of Lisa or myself. I'm iBoom Gears right here. The Extreme Travel Program. If you have a decent sized group that want to do a travel booking, you want to go here, you fill it out. They'll take it from there. You're in 25% commission, but they do all the work. If you want to do any presentations, you want to recognize, things like that, you can download these templates. It's really easy because you just click on this little picture thing. You can put in anybody's face in there. If you're going to do a presentation in your local area or do a Zoom presentation, you can just, all this stuff is editable. All this stuff is here in iBoom Hub. Cool?
Cool. And if we're going to wrap it up, but if anybody knows anybody in New Jersey or Denver, Holton is going to be doing a presentation there at the beginning of November. He's starting the Vibe Ride tour.
Ooh.
So sorry. So I'm super excited. Sorry, my voice is a little off, but yeah. So whenever these events come out, kind of spin your mental Rolodex to say, who do I know in Jersey or Denver?
Go into your Facebook group, see who's in those cities. Go in your Facebook friends list. Go in your LinkedIn profile list. Make friends in Jersey. Make friends in Denver.
Yeah. Go in travel groups. You can go in travel groups. Is there a way to search, Ty, on Facebook to look for people that are just in New Jersey?
Yeah, you just type in the field in
search
Facebook,
engine.
Friends who live in Jersey or New Jersey.
Okay.
Something
All
like
right.
that. Something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot what the Boolean search is, but I think that's the line. That's the line you want to put in.
Yeah.
I can find out. But yeah, you can pretty much find anybody, any of your friends that live in that area. You just type that in and they'll show you.
Okay.
All
right. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time this evening. Tiffany, thank you for switching around your schedule to be here. Ty, thank you for the awesome training.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. Ty and I love, it's super important, our team members. We don't take it lightly. We're very honored to be able to have you on our team, and we'll really do anything for you guys. We're here to help you succeed and create stories for you, because some of you are new to the industry or have never made a lot of money in the industry. So we have, or I at least have, an emotional investment in helping you succeed. So please don't ever feel bad about reaching out to me like, oh, she's too busy. Just reach out to me and I'm here to help you.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll get this recording done, and then I'll send that link to Lisa.
Okay.
And then also the PDF file that has the 7 steps, and also actual texts to send to people and responses and things like that. I'll make sure you guys get a copy of that.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you all.
You're awesome.
All right, guys. Have a great
Thanks,
Thursday.
Ty. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night. See you next time.